All right, good evening, everybody. David Paul with you here in the KHOU 11 Weather Center. And a tornado warning is in effect for our far northeastern counties. That's you, northern Liberty County, eastern San Jacinto County, southern Polk County, just south of Lake Livingston, until 6:45. The radar indicates a possible tornado right there, and it's just one spot in a big area of East Texas that's got the chance for seeing severe thunderstorms, possibly tornadoes and hail this evening. Let's get a closer view. The yellow area is a tornado watch. Houston is included in that, and all our northern counties. That's in effect till 9 o'clock tonight. So here until 9 o'clock, we'll have the threat that any storm that pops up could rotate and cause an isolated tornado. As we look at the big picture radar here in southeast Texas, it's actually relatively quiet almost everywhere now, except right here where this violent thunderstorm is rumbling through. Not only is it producing a possible tornado near Shepherd, Goodrich, Ace, Romare, but also it's dumped enough rain up here to prompt an aerial flood advisory. That's the green box. That means street flooding. But in these rural areas, you get a low-lying road crossing a creek, and it can become dangerous very quickly. So I would urge you to stay off the roads up here in northern Liberty, eastern San Jacinto, southern Polk County, for at least a couple of hours. Let that rain exit, give the water a little bit of a chance to drain off. I see a severe thunderstorm warning is now also in effect until 6:45 for areas just to the east of that. Here's inside the storm. This is the Doppler part of Doppler radar. And what we're looking at here are cool colors and bright colors coming together. What it tells us is the cool colors, that is air that's moving toward the radar site. The radar site's down near Leak City. And then the red areas, those are raindrops, winds moving away from the radar site. And you can see when you've got a blob of cool colors coming together with the hot colors, well, you've got the potential for a spin up. And that's quite common with this type of a setup. This is not a big organized supercell. It's a very disorganized but strong thunderstorm. And along that leading edge where you've got inflow and outflow, that's where you could get very small, very weak tornadoes spin up. Now, a weak tornado can still have winds of 60 to 80 miles an hour. That can bring down tree limbs, do roof damage, do tree damage, cause flying debris. And so the most dangerous part of a weak EF0 tornado, which is what's most likely, is broken glass and obviously the harm that can cause to you. So the advice is to go inside your home, stay away from windows on the first floor until that storm rumbles and races through. So where is it headed? Well, right along Highway 146, it's moving to the east. And so if it holds together, we're going to reach Votah at 6:39, Bragg 6:54, Warren 7 o'clock, Honey Island 7:10, Coon 7:27 as the whole thing races east. There's Warren, there's Honey Island, there's Votah, there's Dallardsville. So all in the path of that storm as it races to the east. It's now well east of the 59 corridor. There's Shepherd and Goodrich. You're no longer under a tornado threat there, but you're still getting lightning and thunder and some fairly heavy rain, and you are under a aerial flood advisory threat there for high water, standing water on many of the roadways there. So that's the situation up in our northeast counties. Here's the big picture forecast. For the rest of this evening, there are a couple of different scenarios that could play out. We've got this frontal boundary pushing in. This is our rapid refresh model, and it has been suggesting that what we're seeing right now is going to be the worst of the weather tonight, and that we're not going to get a line of thunderstorms develop on the leading edge of that front and rumble through around 9, 10 o'clock as we earlier were expecting. That would still keep a threat for heavy rain in our north and east counties, but not so much for Houston proper. Some of the models do produce a secondary line of storms on that front, and then as it races east, it pushes through the area through 9, 10, 11 o'clock tonight. But regardless, by 1, 2 a.m., it's all done. The front pushes through, it takes the rain with it, and that will clear us out for what should be a beautiful weekend. Now, we talk about the rain. We've already had up in this area 2 to 3 inches of rain. That's already on the ground. We could see an additional 1.5 inches of rain in a couple of spots, especially Cleveland, Livingston. And so that's what's causing the potential for some flash flooding. That's why we have the aerial flood advisory up for our northeast counties. High water spots, especially when it's dark, Polk, San Jacinto, northern Liberty County, Walker County, northern Montgomery County. That could cause road conditions to be dangerous. So be very careful. If you don't have to drive up in here this evening, Conroe, Cut and Shoot, Cleveland, Livingston, Huntsville, just stay home and let the raindrops exit off to the east. Our extended forecast shows the weekend is gorgeous. Saturday and Sunday, After cool mornings, warm afternoons, and low humidity both Saturday and Sunday, it really looks like it's going to be a delightful weekend. Let's recap what's going on with the radar. We'll back it all up here for you. Once again, tornado warning is in effect until 6:45, so for about another 10 minutes or so. It's for this thunderstorm cell that's racing through our northeastern counties. Northern Liberty County right in here. We've got southeastern San Jacinto County, southern Polk County, all getting this heavy thunderstorm racing through right now, and it has the potential to produce a small tornado. So far, no reports of any damage, but we're watching that, and we've got a crew up here. Our weather tracker is up in here chasing the storm right now. Here's the way it looks on radar right now. It looks like it's weakening a little bit, but still potentially producing gusty winds, straight line winds, hail, and maybe a tornado. Now, it's racing east so quickly that it looks like the leading edge of this is outrunning the current tornado watch polygon that's in effect till 6:45. So like Shepherd, Goodrich, you're no longer in a tornado threat. That's now well to the east of you. That's where the tornado threat is, Holly Grove, Dallardsville. Let's get a closer look and look inside the storm. So here's the lead. This is where, if we're going to have any type of tornadic activity, it's going to be right here from Dallardsville to Holly Grove to east of Romare. So Votah, you've got a better chance of seeing that. And what this looking inside the radar does is we've got winds that are blowing toward the radar site, which is down in League City. Then we have winds blowing away from the radar site, and that indicates a possible rotation. When you put those two vectors next to each other, you get possible circulation and rotation. And that can produce a small tornado under these conditions, EF0, 60 to 80 mile an hour winds. Doesn't sound like much, but when you focus it like that, you can do tree damage, you can do roof damage, you can do shingle damage, you can break limbs, you can break glass, and it becomes dangerous for the human. So inside an interior room of your home, away from windows, first floor is the place to be until that moves on through and moves through. And it's moving very quickly. It's moving east at about 30 to 35 miles an hour. Storm tracker on this has some estimated times of arrival holding together. So it's near Dallardsville right now, Votah near you. So right now, if you're in Dallardsville, you're in Votah, you need to go ahead and take cover from this storm, get inside, let it blow through. Warren, Honey Island, if it holds together, it'd reach you 7 o'clock, 7:10 on the storm track I've got put up right now. So that's the situation as it stands right now, with the leading edge now having outrun the actual tornado warning. This area is no longer a threat. Sometimes the weather moves faster than the updates come. That's why we go live. It's right here, Votah to Dallardsville. That's where, if we're going to get a tornado, that's where it's going to happen as it races off to the east here over the next 15, 20 minutes. And then it looks like the threat is going to diminish. That storm system itself is showing signs of weakening. That is good. Here's how the rest of the evening plays out. It looks like the worst of the weather is very quickly going to race east into Louisiana. That's fine with me. We may see some secondary storms fire further south on that front as it comes in closer to the Houston area, 9, 10, 11 o'clock. If that does fire, it'll quickly race east, and we're going to clear out as we head into after midnight. And after that, we should set up for what's going to be a gorgeous weekend. We do have minor flooding concerns, not river and bayou flooding, but street flooding. Cut and Shoot, Willis, Conroe, Huntsville, Livingston, Cleveland. Folks up here who have been in the path of that heavy thunderstorm over the past hour, hour and a half. There are going to be some high water spots on the roads. It's going to start getting dim and dark out here pretty soon. You want to stay off the roads up there so you don't get caught in any type of situation that could get you and your vehicle in danger. Here's the extended. This clears out. We get a beautiful, gorgeous weekend and a chance to dry out. That's where we stand right now. Complete update, and you'll want to check in with us at 10 o'clock on the TV side just in case that secondary line of thunderstorms does form. We'll have an update on that. We'll see you for a live update on KHOU 11 News at 10 o'clock. We'll see you then.